Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Bringing it out, it's Henderson. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So Alabama's offense began to back up here thanks to that poor return. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
And the wideout goes in motion. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
And he's brought down out at the 46.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Again, he makes it second and medium. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. Can he make it to the marker? Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble. And the defense says not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. This is the sixth play on the drive. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Here comes the seventh play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's third down now. Quarterback drops back. Caught on the outside. It's Henderson.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. Long enough and good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who can be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher. Very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out. We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Gonna run it. It's Love. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And now the running back's got it again. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. Makes the grab, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short, your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
They'll kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Grab behind the line, it's Miller. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back and loss of yards. Now you're behind the sticks.
Now it's second down here. Scanning the field, it's Milrow. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender could.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
They got some ground to make up. Second and long from the 15. Dropping back. It's Milroe. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's third down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Back to throw again. Defense is coming after him. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Third down and short. They decide to throw the football. Roll the dice a bit. Doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And here's the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. And trying to build on their lead, they were forced to punt on the last possession. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
How about that? The defense does their job on 3rd down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's 4th and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough time to get after the quarterback.
Punt team ready to boot it away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. Lets it fly to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Well, they've flipped into the field. We're set for the 2nd quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. And the single back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Using his legs, it's Miller. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the 1st down marker.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Second and goal for the offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
Ball spotted at the 5 for this 3rd and goal play. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Looking to the end zone, and he scores. Touchdown, Alabama. And now here comes the point after attempt. And PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Takes the handoff again. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Makes a quick grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
That's caught. It's low. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. And the back gets the football. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. On the run, it's low. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Now it's third and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Collins. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. QB decides to keep it here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. ball gets tipped, keep in mind the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
First and goal, handoff. And they've got him.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal, upcoming. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught near the goal line. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Chris, I know they got some positive yards here. I got to say, I'm really impressed with this defense and the way they're flying to the football. They realize, hey, this is the national championship. They got to try to buck up here down by their own goal line and come up with a big play now on third down.
They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Irish. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down. You see more positive yards after the catch here.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Breaking free at midfield. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back to pass. It's Milroe. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Second down after the incompletion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's a quick grab. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking to throw again. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. The tight end has got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Alabama now operating in the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. This one is incomplete, right in the back corner of the end zone. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Milroe. He's got it near the end zone. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense will go for it here on 4th down and 3. Here comes a handoff. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1/2 away from crowning a national champion.
And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Important possession here to begin the 3rd quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He hands it off from the gun. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a draw to the back.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Caught over the middle. It's Harrison. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
A nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's got his man open downfield. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. So play number 7 on this drive is a 3rd down and goal. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Running out of time in the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And out comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Hoping to improve in the last drive. They got stopped on 4th down, and it ended up costing them a field goal. Oh, what a move. Caught on the outside. It's Williams. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Henderson. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw on the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gain.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. Now the offense faces 3rd and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. And it's taken at the 25. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Gets into space at the 50. It's a huge gain. The stop is finally made at the 41-yard line.
Well, Chris, that's a combination of really good blocking and outstanding patience by the back. He waited and used his vision and patience to allow that play to open up and then accelerated through the hole to give him that huge gain.
Looking to throw. It's Leonard. Pass caught. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Makes a spectacular diving catch.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Will he score here? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a weapon for this offense. A quarterback who can flash the speed and finish a touchdown drive just like that.
How about being the defensive coordinator? You've got everything covered. You make the right call. And all of a sudden, this guy is so athletic and so gifted with his ability to improv, you can't contain him. You better come up with another scheme. You better put 2 or 3 defenders on this quarterback.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time?
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win. Second down after that run on the previous play.
The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Back to pass. It's Milrow. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here, put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them the fourth down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Nice grab. It's Miller. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? A quick juke. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And at first down, they go right back to him. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
A completion makes it second and short. They'll try the right here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. As we head to the final quarter of this showdown, we're going to find out who can really make the plays when it counts the most. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Important second down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And now the running back's got it again. Fighting him off. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, here we go, Chris. One of the biggest plays of the game. Third down and long with the lead late in the game. Clock is running. I think this is the time you call one of your favorite plays on this third down. At the same time, be very mindful. You cannot turn the football over.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Bringing pressure. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Look out, it's blocked.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. To the air. It's Leonard. He's moving out of the pocket now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Now the all-important extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Henderson. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And there's the handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And they hand it off to the back. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all, the national championship.
Here's the second down play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
There's a 1st and 10 play. And the quarterback keeps it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab on the move. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw, but he couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Grab behind the line, it's Adams. Tackle down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Very near the goal line.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
A field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. The back's got it. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And the quarterback dropping back. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
They'll punt it from inside their own 10. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
They get some positive yards in the opening play of this drive. They need 2 touchdowns, so anything to move them closer to that first touchdown is always going to be good.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Henderson. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Dropping back. It's Milrow. He's running out of time here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut into this lead. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Trying to gain some breathing room, but he's stopped right in his tracks at the 3. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for some space. It's Love.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Movement at the second level of the defense now. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions.